Hey, feel I'm in the mood for a switch up.
What's going on, chess lover? This is Maurice Bishop Chess, and y'all know my slogan, life is a game of chess. If y'all looking at my content for the first time, and you're the one that want to get better in chess, whether it's opening, middle game, or end game, or maybe on my channel because you want to be entertained with the live bullet and blitz games that I play online, or maybe you want to find out not only how to be successful on the chessboard, but also successful in life. If this is you, make sure you hit that notification bell on, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And guys, if you have any questions and any content that you want me to share, make sure you drop that comment below and I will give you the content that you requested. Without further ado, let's actually get right to this video. Alright guys, peace! What's going on, chess lovers? This is Maurice Bishop Chess, and y'all know my slogan, life is a game of chess. Guys, I got a beautiful Black Lion game that I played against the FIDE Master. Obviously, he was a 23-04, and obviously, I took him down 7 points or whatever, so he's a 22-97 now. But very strong player, but guys, I just crushed him with the Black Lion. It is crazy. And I'm letting y'all know, guys, if y'all haven't gotten that sneaky Black Lion video course, y'all definitely need to get that for real, man, because I'm telling you, man, the Black Lion works. You know what I mean? So without further ado, let's actually get started with this beautiful game. All right, guys. So my opponent played e4, d6, d4, and e5. All right. So now, guys, obviously, Ginger GM always talk about, people playing e5. He doesn't really like these type of moves because after you take, and queen captures and king captures. And obviously, guys, you lose your way of castling and the game becomes very, very slow and you are automatically about to walk into the end game. And Ginger GM always talk about, that's not something that he wants, right? So, but with that being said, guys, I go e5, and honestly, even in the they call it the Fyodor book, the Lurking Fyodor Defense, or some type of book like that, and also another book called the Black Lion book, and it also goes e5 as well. And obviously they really tell you like, hey, if they take, you just take back. And then you lose your right to castle. Black is still great, still good in that position. But obviously that's not how I play. But I play e5, because I wanted to do my secret weapon opening for black, which is also my equal, guys. If they take, I just go knight c6. If they take, bishop captures d6. That's my secret weapon. If they go d captures e5. So if y'all want to know more about that, man, you can actually cop that book in the description box. All right, guys. So by me going e5, my opponent didn't take at all. He goes knight c3. So because of that, this is where I just transformed it into the Black Lion. So I just go knight b to d7, knight f3, c6, h3, queen c7. He goes a4. And this is a rule of thumb, guys. If they go a4, I always tell you this, you always go a5. You want to go a5 to prevent any queenside castling or queenside attacks, on your queen side. So you want to go a5 to stop all of that. My opponent goes bishop c4. And guys, I always tell you this, if they go bishop c4, definitely go bishop e7. It's definitely to prevent the knight g5, a threat, knight g5 threat, because with knight g5, they can threat knight captures f7. So it's a whole bunch of stuff. So I always tell you go bishop e7. You can never go wrong with that. My opponent castle, I go a6. And we go a6 not just to prevent knight g5 or bishop g5. We already know, guys, we go a6 because we really want to go g7 and g5. Like Ginger GM always say, Gary the G pawn. I love it, man. All right, so my opponent goes rook e1. I go knight gf6. Obviously we gotta develop our pieces. This is what we do. My opponent goes bishop e3 and then g5. G5 is what I played. And normally, guys, when they go bishop e3, your opponent wants to go queen d2. because eventually, if you castle king side, eventually they want to attack your king side and open your king side up. You know what I mean? And it doesn't look very good. But of course, when we're playing a black lion, black king doesn't castle unless you really have to do it in a specific position. All right. But in this case, we don't castle. So bishop b3, g5, and knight h2. All right. So you're probably wondering, why does white goes knight h2? So I already know for the fact that he doesn't want me to go g4, because me going g4 will open him up. So just to give y'all a little example of this, is like, let's say, I don't know, let's say my opponent goes b3 or something. I could go maybe knight f8 if he goes rook b1, g4 if he takes bishop captures g4. I don't know, guys. I'm just making moves just to show y'all what a threat looked like. After knight g6, we're threatening knight h4. And we get a powerful pin on the f3, and then we can go rook g8. So that's the whole purpose of that. Obviously, my opponent didn't like that, so that's why he went knight h2. So I just wanted to show you that. All right, so my bad, guys. So after knight h2, I go knight f8. I just wanted to bring my knight to an active square, which would be knight g6 and maybe h4 or f4. All right, so my opponent goes knight g4, and I actually take with the knight. Now, remind you guys, the engine, they're gonna say other stuff. So like, the engine recommended me going bishop catches g4. I don't really like this type of play at all. In other words, after a catches g4, h5. If he goes bishop catches g5, I have knight catches g4. If he goes queen d2, then I got rook g8 because I'm getting the g file. But then after bishop catches e7, queen catches e7, f3, and then E catches D4. Let me run that back, guys, so y'all can see. So after I capture queen, or go queen catches E7, my opponent will go maybe F3 and then E catches D4. And the reason why we go E catches D4 is because if F catches G4, we can actually check the knight on C3. And then if he takes, then we have rook catches G4. And yes, this is actually like a good position for black. This is very good. But the thing is, this is like 2-2 open, to the point where I can't really do the things that I want to do. Maybe I may have queen G5, or maybe castle queen side. But also, if I want to castle queen side, it would be kind of crazy because this A5 pawn would be undefended. So I didn't really like this type of position at all. So instead of me going bishop catches or bishop catches g4, I go knight catches g4. When he took, that's when I go knight g6. This is still in my favor. This is the position I still love. You know, it to me it's a lot easier. My opponent goes g3, and then I go rook g8. Now, guys, rook g8, this is the principle, guys. Anytime you can get your rook in front of that king, that's what you want to do. This is exactly what you want to do, or whatever. You know, you're the target. You're the black lion. You know what I mean? So you want to target that white king. My opponent goes king g2. The whole purpose of king g2, because if I decide to push the h pawn, you know, to bring my rooks on the h file, he can actually maneuver the rook over that file. That's the whole purpose of it. But then, guys, I shocked them with a move. I go knight f4 check. Now you're probably wondering, you know, why is this such a good move? Well, it's such a good move because even after G captures f4, then I could go G captures f4, and now this bishop is under attack. If for some reason he goes bishop d2, then I do have bishop captures g4. You know, and then like I said, guys, I mean, he can move his queen if he wants to, or he can block. Most likely, people's most opponents is going to block with the f3 pawn. And if they do that, you got bishop e6 check. And then if they go, I don't know, guys, king h2, you have bishop capture c4, which is undefended. You'll take that off. And even if they go rook g1, you could just castle queen side. And now the king is wide open. You have bishop h4 threats, threatening bishop g3 check. And then maybe moving the queen over to d7. You got a lot of options. Man, white is going to lose this game. So my opponent, guys, after knight f4 check, my opponent obviously saw this. He didn't take the knight at all. All he did was just move his king over to h2. So the move that I did, guys, I go bishop d7. Now, why did I go bishop d7? Well, number one, guys, I want to utilize the light square bishop. And how I'm utilizing it is by going bishop d7. Because in the long run, I want to go queen c8 where I can attack the g4 pawn. That's what I want to do. All right. Now, of course, I got to say this. The engine recommended me going h5. Um, Again, this is still not my forte at all. If he captures, I got queen d7, which is actually a very good move because you're threatening queen h3 check and then queen g2 checkmate. But the thing I didn't like about it is bishop can go back to h3 and then after rook h8, g catches f4, g catches f4, and then if he goes bishop d2, the engine recommend queen e6. To me, this is this is too slow for me. This is literally too slow for me, guys. Even after bishop g2, queen g6 threatening, um, rook catches h5 check. So even if rook h1, rook catches h5 check. If king g1, bishop g4, f3, bishop h3, and then because obviously I'm threatening mate. If he goes rook h2, then you do have castle. It's a good position, but white is definitely going to lose in his position. Obviously, I didn't think all the way in advance like that or whatever, but I just did something that was like a simple plan. But that's like engine moves or whatever. Unless you play like an engine, I guess you'll be all right. But in this case, man, this is my human mind, so I'm showing y'all my thoughts and my ideas with it. So I go bishop d7 because I wanted queen c8. All right, so my opponent goes d5, guys. My opponent goes d5. So after this move, guys, I go queen c8. Now, after queen c8, he sees bishop catches g4. This is what he sees. And then he goes f3. Now, guys, now that he does that, now I go h5. Now, to me, this seems a lot better to me, guys. This seems way better for me. This is something that I just love, guys. So, h5, I just feel as though it's just a lot better. And let's say what the engine say. So the engine say even if he or let's say he takes this, what would he do? Okay, you got here on knight captures. Uh, and again, if they go g4, you could go knight f4. This is still good for you. You're not down pawns. The king is exposed, so it still works and everything. But if y'all want to do more analysis, I'm gonna put the game in the description box, and y'all can actually look at it for yourself. All right. So yeah, after d5, I go queen c8. He goes f3. This is pretty much what he did, and then I go h5. So after h5, he finally takes my knight, which was probably the worst thing he could do. G catches f4, bishop f2, and then that's when I go h catches g4. And now I'm threatening g3 check, winning the dark square bishop. And as you can see, guys, this is man, this just gets even more nasty. So obviously, because he saw that threat, he decided to go f captures g4. I go bishop captures g4 now. All right, and guys, this is something else that I could have did. Another option. I could have did rook h8 check first. After he took this pawn, I could have did rook h8 check. If he goes king g1, I got bishop catches g4. If he goes queen d3, I got rook h3, which is still a monster move. After rook d2, bishop f3, I'm over here threatening checkmate. If he decides to go bishop g3, I still got rook catches g3 check. If he goes king f2, if he goes king f2, rook g2 check. Obviously, I'm winning his queen. But look at this, guys. If he goes king f1, then I got queen h3. Obviously, the queen doesn't want to take because this would be checkmate. If he decides to try to make the game longer with knight e2, then that's when I got queen h1 check. Obviously, the king can't move nowhere, so the only thing he could go is knight g1. And then obviously, guys, this would be checkmate. Yeah. But in this case, guys, after bishop catches g4, my opponent goes queen d2, and I just go bishop f3. Because I'm actually threatening rook g2 check, and then if he goes king h3, then I got queen g4 checkmate. If I go rook g2, if he goes king h1, then I have queen h3 checkmate as well. So this is the stuff that I'm threatening. So my opponent goes bishop f1 to prevent me from going to rook g2. But then, guys, I hit him with rook h8 check. My opponent goes queen or king g1, and then obviously, guys, this is checkmate. But I was just so excited, I just wanted to make the game longer, so I just went queen g4 check, knowing that I know that there's nothing that he can do. So even if he decides to, let's say, like, if my opponent does go bishop g3, he'll probably want me to do this just so I could go bishop g, just so he could go bishop g2 and then try to make the game longer or whatever. But it didn't happen that way, guys. Obviously I wouldn't take the bishop. I would just go rook h1 check. If he does goes here, then this is where I'll go. I'll go queen capture g3 checkmate. Simple as that. But obviously, guys, in this game, after queen g4 check, my opponent just went king g2, and then I go queen capture g2 checkmate. Curtains closed. Well, guys, I hope you actually enjoyed this video. If you like this, definitely like, share, comment. Let me know what you think of this video. And also, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Oh, I got tongue tied there, guys. So excited. But yeah, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All right, guys. Peace.